Hello and welcome back to Crit and Crit. I'm Scint.
I'm Axion.
Oh, look at the puppies are kissing!
Yep.
Oh, right, we have an episode to do, sorry. We are continuing our discussion of Ryan Jake's Redwall and our playthrough of Undertale. Oh, it's so cute! Sorry, I'll stop.
Ow.
Why is this so cute?
Because good dogs?
They're very good dogs. They might even be lawful good dogs.
I mean, they aren't like soldiers.
Yeah.
Ow.
Yeah. Our topic today touches on magic and mysticism, and how are they similar and how do they differ from each other? Kind of an interesting question, because, well, technically, Redwall is a fantasy series. Not in the sense we're used to, with, like, wizards cast spells and there's a dragon, but the mice are people. That's kind of a fantasy thing.
Basically, yeah. All of the creatures in the... Ow. Ow. There we go. This is too stinking cute. I forgot about this fight.
Yes. But yeah, so, how would you define magic versus mysticism?
So magic is in most fantasy series, magic is literal world-defying, physics-defying, reality-bending power. Mysticism is more the idea of something more akin to real life, where you have various practices and various associations with different things that it could be anywhere from just spiritual practices to religion to, pardon me, to there's a lot of classifications that this kind of thing can fall into, but for the most part, it does not come with the expectation of an alteration to the active world through supernatural powers that magic immediately implies. Some forms of mysticism may have beliefs in more subtle or esoteric types of things, like miracles and alterations of fate and things like that. But it doesn't have the immediate reality-defying nature that magic tends to imply in the immediate sense. There is definitely a Venn diagram of overlap between the two.
I actually was going to say that mysticism reminds me very much of what Granny Weatherwax would call headology.
That's actually a really good way to put it. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do.
Yeah, to clarify, headology is just, getting in your head. If you think it'll work, it will work. That kind of thing. One of the books puts it that Granny is a better witch than Magritte because she doesn't think it matters what herbs you use. Magritte is a better doctor because she thinks it does. And can't really argue with that. So, yeah. In most series I've seen, magic is either going to be very well defined a la Brandon Sanderson, where the reader can work out how the magic system works for themselves and kind of solve the problem in their head, or it's just this force that is to be oohed and awed at and never fully explained. Mysticism kind of falls somewhere in the middle. So, yeah, with Redwall, I think it's safe to say that things tend to lean more on the side of mysticism. What do you think?
Definitely. Redwall does not have anything in the form of what we would associate with magic in, like, a fantastical, supernatural sense. All of the unusual stuff that happens in Redwall is perfectly mundane and is a result of luck, careful planning, convenience, and or duplicity. In the case of things like, say, the healing skills of the foxes, where it's one part medicine and one part shenaniganery.
Yep, but yeah, she does do a very good job of selling the mysticism aspect of it, though. The move around, chant, incense, and everything.
Yep, it's a show. And to put it in the bluntest way possible, the foxes, at least in this book, are snake oil salesmen.
Not necessarily, because it is noted that her healing does work. She's just also an opportunist and trying to get as much as she can out of the situation. So she's exaggerating some stuff here and there and outright lying in other aspects. But unlike most snake oil salesmen, her remedies do work. I just think that's an important distinction to make. Like a true snake oil salesman is, here's this water with food dye in it that will cure your incurable terminal illness. Like, whatever she's doing, there's actual medicine to it. There's
Right.
just,
Yeah, she's not completely a snake oil salesman, but she absolutely is one who is pawning off what she can do as more than what she is actually capable of doing in a medicinal sense. She claims to be able to do things that she most certainly can't do, but she is very much taking care of Clooney's injuries at the point where she's treating him.
But there's another pretty notable example of how heavily mysticism plays into the overall lore of Redwall as a franchise. Martin the Warrior.
Yep. Martin leaves a quote-unquote prophecy written on the wall, hidden behind a tapestry. Or someone left it in Martin's name, let's put it that way. I don't think we ever confirmed at one point in the story whether it was Martin who wrote the inscription on the wall.
Yeah, I don't think we do find out, but Martin is, over the course of the series, treated as just this prophetic spiritual advisor, which is really interesting when you actually get his backstory, which is mostly just made of PTSD.
Yeah, which I think that's in the book Martin the Warrior.
And Mossflower.
Yeah, which are basically prequel novels, if I remember correctly.
They are. But, yeah, so the whole thing is kickstarted with the discovery of the carving on the wall beneath the tapestry. And everything apparently having been prophesied long ago by, everybody presumes, Martin, but whoever wrote it there. For the sake of the story, we're saying Martin, because we don't know who else.
Until proven otherwise, that seems to be implied to be the source, is Martin himself.
How did he write on the snow in marker?
It's sands.
That doesn't actually answer. Oh, but you didn't say. Oh, it did say solve. I wasn't sure. Bwomp.
I did not know that could happen.
And now you do. But yeah, so Matthias's existence was prophesied, but was that a snow dog on your head?
Yes.
That's so cute. His existence was prophesied by Martin. His traveling throughout the Abbey to find the sword was prophesied by Martin. Like, so much of it was already foretold. Granted, Martin somehow did not foresee the sword being stolen, even though he's going to be able to predict something as specific as his successor's name, you'd think he'd be able to get that detail. Because, you know, I'm going to go hide my sword that's really important to the Abbey on top of the weather vane. I don't know. Should I stop nitpicking the prophecy?
I mean, do we ever?
True. But it's not just the fact that whenever Martin comes up, the Abbey just listens immediately. But Martin is also a specter to Clooney. When Clooney starts attacking Redwall, he starts having dreams about this sword-wielding mouse threatening him. And he's terrified by it, which is noted as being, you know, notable because it's Clooney. He's not afraid of nothing. And, yeah, so the ghost of a long-dead swordsman is able to both guide the heroes of the Abbey and terrify the villains. Pretty mystical to me. Oh, you know, doghouse. Sorry, I'm gonna be distracted by puppies this entire game, aren't I?
At least until we get out of the snow section. I don't think there's any dogs.
There's a puppy there. Hi! Hi, puppy! Hi, puppy. Yes, throw the stick. I'll get the stick. Yes, the song. I don't know. I just always find it interesting that just the mention of Martin seems to be enough to change things so greatly. But that's actually almost a double-edged sword, because the fact that the mice respond so strongly to Martin is part of why Clooney wants to steal the tapestry. That and the fact that, you know, it's valuable and he knows that that's what he's been dreaming about.
Ow.
Oops, you died.
I thought it would change to blue before I got stuck in the corner. Go back to the save point. Yes, it does. Which means I have to do the puzzle again. Or fall off the cliff. So there is this idea of miraculous happenings, but it's a lot more in tune with basically how things are treated that way in real life. There are multiple belief systems that have belief in some kind of supernatural intervention in the form of miracles or wishes or things like that. And while there's no scientific proof that those things happen, there are a lot of people who believe that praying for something will make it happen, or performing certain traditional rituals will have a certain result changing on reality. People believe in horoscopes, people believe in all sorts of things. And for the most part, that's generally harmless. It doesn't hurt anybody, it doesn't bother anybody. People just... It's a thing that people use to make themselves comfortable about this or that that's happening in their lives. And there's nothing wrong with that. And a lot of that sort of thing is the sort of thing that is used in the Redwall series, especially in this book. I didn't expect that it was going to attack because I thought it was asleep.
Aww. 40% pet capacity. Aww.
Did you forget about this fight?
I haven't played Undertale in a few years. Okay. I can't think of much else to add, and I am very distracted by Puppy, so probably a good place to end it.
Yeah, I guess we'll call it there.
Bye!
See you next time.